you have to think of how grotesque and depraved and morally depraved this town is, that to find a virgin you have to go down to a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
That anything older than 3 is probably, she's already done it.
Yeah.
Right? Which, you know, I'll tell you the truth. When I first learned that, like 30 years ago or so,
yeah,
I was like, whoa, that's a really bad society. But you know what? If you watch, you know, back then, like 16 was like, you know, girls were getting knocked up at 16 was like, that was horrifying, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm hearing about how, you know, 11, 12-year-olds are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that would be unheard of 30 years ago. So I'm actually seeing how it's possible that a town could become so morally bankrupt, right? Because right here in America, we're that depraved. We see that, like, it's getting worse, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, like when our parents in their generation, it would be unheard of for an 11 or 12-year-old to do it.
Yeah.
Don't you agree with that?
Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong here?
No, I got it.
So just imagine what's going to be like when your kids get to be our age. They're going to be like, oh my God, 9-year-olds are doing it, 8-year-olds are doing it.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden, the fact that she's the only virgin in town, she's 3, is gonna, it actually can make sense. And it's not so far-fetched anymore, is it?
Yeah.
All right. So the question is, how's he going to recognize her, right? Doesn't have her JPEG, right? So he sees like what she's doing at the well, and like, okay, this has got to be her.
Yeah.
Because she's like different than the norm. So that's that. Now, what was the other thing you were going to say? You were saying that, oh, yeah, when you go to pick up, you should always have money. Yeah, because really in Torah, the idea of marriage, of dating, is really about, and this is a mistake I made, is really about acquiring the woman from her parents.
Mm.
Yeah, you can spend your time dating that woman. Let me tell you something, folks. This is from personal experience. You could spend your time dating the woman and absolutely creating a terrific relationship.
Yeah.
Fall in love with her. She loves you. You're both ready to get married, right? It will never work if the parents aren't into it. It will never work if the parents aren't. It's the most important thing is to go convince the parents and get them on your side.
Yeah.
I'm giving you advice, man. Don't be watching the damn football game. Fool, I'm talking to you. This is important. When you date a woman, it's not how much money you give the woman. It's not about getting the woman to dig you. It's about getting her mom to dig you. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Ted, when you're dating a woman, don't worry so much about getting her to dig you, but get her mom to dig you.
Get her mom to dig you. Because you're not looking for a girlfriend. You're not looking for a flame. You're looking for a wife. Right? If you want a wife, it doesn't matter how much she digs you. It's about how much her mom digs you. Okay? It's about how much money you spend on her parents. Go impress her parents. Right?
When it comes to camels, should one look for 1 hump or 2?
You're not even listening.
I heard everything you said.
Why are you yelling at me?
You're yelling at me.
Buy the guy, if you want a woman,
2 hump camels.
buy her father, right, a 4-door Mercedes-Benz or something like that, right? You know, it's 2-door versus 4-door. You know, it's like 2 humps versus 1 hump. It's all the same thing. It's like figure out what the husband, what the father wants, right? What's going to impress him, what you can afford, and make your move. Buy the old man a gift. I am telling you right now, that's been my mistake. It's not important what this chick thinks of you. It's important what her parents think of you.
Okay, Gregory in the chat room says he's still a virgin at age 22. I asked him why. He says, lack of assertiveness and a complex leads me to think I'm not worth the girl, plus a busy schedule. He says, I feel horrible. I just want to get that stage of my life over and move on. So, but don't worry, Gregory, you're tight with Hashem, so it doesn't matter.
I hope he finds the right woman.
Yeah, I hope you find the right shitter, Gregory. See, and then it'll be special on your wedding night in a way that people who've messed around before marriage will never understand.
Right, and you know, whatever woman gets him is a lucky woman. I'll tell you why.
Because he won't have any diseases.
Well, he won't, because
He won't be constantly comparing her to...
it's not even that. It's like she is the only one to him.
Yeah.
She'll feel the specialness,
Yeah.
and if she doesn't feel the specialness, maybe she's not good enough for you. You know what I mean? It's like ideally she's gonna appreciate you as like, wow, he waited until me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I think that's a good thing. I value. What do they call it?
Virginity?
Is a virtue? Isn't that where the word comes from? The same.
I'm not sure.
Okay, I value that. I think that's a great thing.
Right. Leslie says that you might have to go on a pay site, and I just wanted to add, or a gay site.
I don't know what's going on over there. Did you mail it all to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your friend the Lakewood guy in there?
No, he's not in there.
He's not in there?
No.
Who's the guy with the brains and the big penis, and then there was a woman with the brains and the big boobs or something?
Yeah. One of them I know. Smart with big boobs is this female friend, online friend. I've never met her in person.
Oh, it's one of your friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then smart with long payers is.
No, it's smart.
It's the same person, just using different logged in and different browsers.
Oh, is it a woman?
Yeah,
She's got payas?
but she's pretending to be a guy in one of.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let them know that, because there's a lot of people that come in and they pretend to be the opposite gender. And
Well, if people can't figure it out, they deserve. Yeah.
You're all right, lady. I give you a lot of shit tonight.
It's fine with
Okay,
me.
I want to apologize if I offended you,
Not at all.
then if I insulted you, or if I got
I'm
you
really offended
I got you
by-
angry. You like yelled. You like went. I heard you, you fucking asshole.
I don't swear.
Well, that's
The
right.
only
You don't
person I'm
swear.
upset at is Chris Gronkowski because he missed a block that led to Tony Romo getting knocked out for the season.
Every time I hear that word Tony Romo, I always think he's about to. It's a steak restaurant. Why do I think of that?
Rodeo?
A steak restaurant. Tony Romo. Isn't there a restaurant named Romo's or something? Tony Romo? Ramos?
Romeo?
No. Okay, go ahead.
I dig Abraham's respect for the dead. Like, that's like
Okay.
a Jewish value. Like, when I was getting into Judaism, wasn't like respect for the dead. It was just like, yeah, I'm going to convert to Judaism because they respect the dead. That like wasn't something I was
That's not about a big selling point.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about, oh yeah, respect for the dead. But then around 1992, I read this essay by a lawyer who joined a Hebra Kadisha. And he kind of explained how they prepared the body for burial. And that by treating the dead more respectfully, that probably carries over to how we treat the living. And that made sense to me. Because, I mean, I got to be honest, just like me, untrammeled man, uninfluenced by Torah, I don't really care about how people treat the dead. But influenced by Torah, Torah tells me, treat the dead with great respect and care, and then like that will carry over in how you treat regular people. Just like if you treat animals with a certain degree of care, that may well influence how you treat people. So remember, so I read this article in the Hebra Kadisha in Commentary Magazine about 1992, and I was like, huh, there's something to that. It just doesn't come naturally to me. Like, naturally I'm like really pragmatic and like, let's get it on, and where are the hot chicks, and
I never sensed that from you.
Really?
No, never.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of subtle about it.
Oh, okay.
I like to keep it on the down low.
Right.
Mainly just like a Torah scholar, but
I know.
But occasionally I like to let my freak flag fly.
Okay, once in a while.
Once in a while, I just want to bust out.
Yeah.
It's like I'm tired of like leading this life in the Torah
I
corral.
get that. Oh,
I just want to
Torah corral maybe nauseous that.
I just want to go to the beach with a shiksa and and surf the waves.
Fair enough.
But I'm only flesh and blood. I know a lot of you think, "Oh, Levi is such a holy man; he could never understand a sinner like me." But I'm really just flesh and blood. So why does Abraham send his servant back to his home area to get a wife for Isaac?